Right, everyone, we're done. I've got it live. Give us a quick 8. Come on, bud. And anyway, this is a match preview for Sunderland versus Plymouth. I've had to quickly go live because for some strange reason I've done the same again, but now I've sorted out the problem and it'll not happen again. But finally, we're sorted. I'll have to quickly go onto my thing to have a look. There you go. Yes. We're sorted, everyone. Can you share it because I've had to start a new one, if you didn't mind. Alright, Brad. Please share the stream. Right, I've had to quickly go live again because the one what I scheduled a live and it went tits up basically. It wouldn't rotate again, so we're sorted now anyway, everyone. So my match preview. Give us a couple of seconds and then I'll come back onto the chat. Sunderland's taking on Plymouth. Plymouth, listen to this stat for they've conceded 76 goals this season. It's the second topmost joint. I think the joint with Rochdale. In the last 5 games, they lost the last one, Oxford 3-1. Then the game before that, they got battered at home 6-0. In the last 5 games, they've conceded 16 goals and only scored 2. So if Sunderland cannot beat Plymouth, we didn't deserve to go up. My opinion, we do not deserve to go up if we cannot beat Plymouth. No disrespect to them, I know they beat us last game 2-1, but last time we played them. But they're not playing for anything. They've got 53 points. They cannot get relegated. I think they're mathematically they are safe, so they're not playing for anything. They've been, like I say, they've been battered in the last 5 games. They drew with Burton 1-1. That's the point they got out of it. The rest they lost. They got beat 3-0 off Hull. They got beat 3-0 off Shrewsbury. So they are getting turned over off quite a few teams. Sunderland meant to be one of the strong teams in the league. We've got to beat them. Simple as that, in my opinion. If we can't beat these, we didn't deserve to go up. They've got a good goal scorer in Luke Jeffcott, the Welsh forward. He's got 16 goals for them up to now. Also, they can get goals from the other players as well. Edwards and Innes is on 6 each. So they can pick up, the other players can get chipped in and all. For me, we've got to beat them. Sunderland are just we're seriously looking like a team what's in free fall. There's no confidence in us. They just look like as if they're going through the motions. The majority of the game did it get us around. The last 10 minutes they turned up, stopped playing. No, I'm not saying everyone, you know what I mean. I think with him telling Maguire that you're not needed, you can go and look for another club. I think that it's not just Maguire he'll have been telling it. He'll have been saying I didn't need you, I didn't need you, I didn't need you. So then the confidence has just been shot in a lot of players. Obviously, the players like each other, they talk to each other, they get along with each other, and it's just shot the confidence. They probably found out that they're not going to be in the Sunderland team next season, and then from then on they just haven't bothered playing. It's funny, innit, how we won against Tranmere 1-0, right? We beat Tranmere 1-0, and then we won the cup, and then from then on that was Maguire's start, right? He started in that game. And then from then on, he hasn't been started, he hasn't been playing. And I wonder if it's then when he's telling him, you're not needed. I wonder if it's that point where Lee Johnson, after that cup game, has said to Chris Maguire, you're not needed, and a few others. And that's why the confidence has dropped. It's just an opinion, it might just be, it's just me surmising, but you never know. For me, we've got to win this game. I'm going to go for a Sunderland. I want to see it 2 or 3, but I'm going to just see it 1-0. I think they might just nick it 1-0. You've got to look at, after this, look at the stats. Look at Plymouth's stats. Like I said, 16 goals they've conceded. You just know for a fact Sunderland's going to go down there and it's going to be 0-0. Gone down there and it's 0-0 to the away game, I've just remembered. And then we've got Northampton. Obviously, I'm not going to be digging this live stream because of boycott and all that. But I'll be watching the game 100%, but I just think where you're in free fall and it's dangerous. We've just got to hope other teams around us slip up as well. Like who's trying to get into the top 6, because we are looking at where we shoulder, in my opinion. Now we really are. I'll quickly jump onto the chat. That's my little quick preview before we start. I'll get back. Brad Law says, how you doing? I'm alright, mate. Sound. Owen Sarah said, easy 3-0 win, mate. Outrage, alright, mate. Carl Duffy, is this the live one? Aye, mate, it is. It's what it is, at the beginning I fucked up, didn't I? The phone weren't going on landscape again. It was doing that stupid portrait thing. So I took it off, and then I went on again, and I've sorted everything out. I've got now on the knee tags, knee pins, knee notes, but hopefully, if everybody shares this, everybody will get to see it, because at the minute they won't see it really, because I haven't put the tags in. You know what I mean? It's just I've just pressed live, and then now you can. I'm live. But let's see what people saying about the Plymouth game and that. Get your comments in below. Ryan Clark, 6-0 to Sunderland for little Nana. Cheers, mate. It's her birthday today. Obviously, you probably know if you're on our Facebook page. But cheers, mate. I do remember you. The Mannix, do you believe we still have a shot at going up? John Metcalf, Nosworthy for England. Nosworthy, he was about to win. Everybody's got a chance, you know what I mean? If we turn up on the day, of course we've got a chance. We can beat anyone on the day, like in League One, you know what I mean? We can beat any team. But it seems as if, to me, we're in free fall, mate. We kind of get one win. We kind of get a win. And so, didn't get us wrong, if we can beat Plymouth comfortably, put in a good display, and then if we can go and beat Northampton at home and put in another good display, confidence might start to grow a little bit, and hopefully we can get Lincoln, because we're doing well against Lincoln this season. You know what I mean? We beat them 4-0, then we drew with them at the stadium, then beat them on penalties in the cup. So for me, we'll have to start switching on, man, and not let the lead slip from a 2-0 and then just capitulate. They just literally folded. I couldn't believe it. Like, I know Accrington Stanley had the chances, didn't get us wrong. They did in the first half, but we were clinical. We put our chances away, but the second half, man, it was embarrassing. Listen, I'm not disrespecting any other team in League One. A few Blackpool players, supporters, commented on my last video, and they thought I was, but I weren't. I was getting that pissed off of, you know, since Charlton, but I haven't won a game. I think that's right. I think since Charlton I haven't won a game, or so. I'm sure I'm right. So to be 2-0 up against Accrington Stanley, let's be honest, we've got a much stronger squad than Accrington Stanley. And then the way Accrington come at us the second half, you would think we were struggling down the bottom of the league, and they were like top of the league. It was embarrassing, man. And I'm not getting pissed off at like other teams in the league, and I'm not trying to put them down in any which way, shape or form. I'm just saying our team was on paper much stronger than Accrington's. We should be beating Accrington. We should have been beating Wigan and all the teams near the bottom who have lost points to, Rochdale as well. Our team's stronger than theirs. It's not me saying big Sunderland and Sunderland's better than this and Sunderland's better than that. It's got nothing to do with that at all. It's got nothing to do with that at all. It's just literally our squad, man. We've got Aidan McGeady in the team. We've got Grant Leadbitter, who's played in the Championship not so long ago. Jesus, man, you've got to look at it like that. That's what the Sunderland supporters are getting at. That a lot of frustration comes from it, but I think they really are getting at the fact that our squad on paper is stronger than the teams who are absolutely, showing us up, really. Let's be honest, Accrington showed us up in my eyes. The second half especially. Could have been out of sight in the first half. They could have had they could have took a good code. They could have took a couple of good chances. But we are where we are. We deserve to be where we are because, I shared a video on Twitter and it's a manager. I can't remember who it was. But he's gone, it's like old school, he's gone man in the changing room. and he quotes another manager from from Aston Villa, and he says, "You got us in this mess. Years get us out of it." And that's what I wish Lee Johnson would tell them. Years have got us in this mess. Now you get us out of it and win the playoffs. Let's just jump back on the chat, see what people say, because I haven't been on for a while. Michael Cook says, seeing a comment from Johnson saying he will be like greyhounds out the trap in play. Is holding back or just deluded? Greyhounds out the trap? Mate, the only one who can run like a greyhound, really, is Denver Hume and Jordan Jones. So, I don't know what any benches Jordan Jones, you know what I mean? So, I didn't understand where he's coming from with that. Greyhounds, they've been like the tortoise. Or, they've been like the tortoise, but we're not going to win the race with the tortoise. No chance, not the way they're gone. And anyway, Serious said 2-1 to Sunderland, led bit of penalty, Gooch to score, start of the next big run. Oh, that sounds good. It does. Like you say, they call him streaky man. He's moment he's on a good run and the next he's on a bad. But for me, you never know. John Metcalf, surely we have to go with McGeady on the left and Jones on the right. Maguire number 10 with White on top. That sounds amazing, mate. That would be my preferred front line. That's what I would go with. That's what I would start with, the front line like that. McGeady, do you know what? When he gets put onto the left? Last game he didn't even get put onto the right, sorry. He started to drift behind in the number 10 spot behind Charlie White. He wasn't on the right run out, he just started to drift. I was thinking, what the hell is Johnson doing? Stick McGeady on the left, where he is, where he puts the deadly balls into the box, and Jones can work well on the right. And obviously, while McGeady, Maguire, sorry, while his ability, yes, he can have a shit game. Yes, he can have a shit 89 minutes and then score a screamer on the 89th and win us the game on the 90th. So, for me, he's got to start, but he'll not. He doesn't like them for some reason. He doesn't like them. I didn't know if Maguire's called him out on something or said, I should be in the team, what you playing at? And he's thought, no, started him against Tranmere. Didn't get us wrong, he didn't have the best of games against Tranmere when we won the cup. So he's probably might be looking at that. Why he's chased him, I didn't know, honest lads, I didn't know. Going further down, Mannix said, I can't understand why Jones isn't starting. See, mate, I honestly can't understand it. He's got the most pace in our team. Was it Oxford? Did you see his goal against Oxford when he turned their full back inside out, done a bit of skill, got into the box, and I think he squared it to Gooch, and he was asking Gooch to move. He was like, "Move, Gooch, sorry, getting space," and that was inside the box, and then Gooch scored from that. Oh wait, man. MJ Kipper said, frustrated with Sunderland, who have thought it. Mate, we're always frustrated with them. I've been frustrated with them for years. The worst season for me was the championship season. That was terrible, that. Lazy Lover Magnet Fishing says, I'm thinking he's about 20-year-old greyhounds out of the trap. It's embarrassing. He was talking about sharks a couple of weeks ago, like he shouldn't be going on like that. Because they've just let him down, really, haven't they, the players? If he's calling them sharks and they're going to be attacking all over the pitch and then they've literally just not turned up for them. They've got it in them because we went on a 12-game run. You know what I mean? We went on a 12-game run, so they've got it in them. Michael Cooper, we are Bookies' favourite to win the playoffs. Jesus, class. That's a little bit of hope for me, like. Joseph says, Jazzy, or do you think we'll win the playoffs? I want to see a Sunderland, but we've been beat twice off Blackpool now. You didn't know who's going to end up in the playoffs at the end of the season. Looks like Lincoln probably will. We will. You didn't have Portsmouth. Charlton might get in there. Oxford could. MK Dons can't now, I don't think now. But you didn't know. It depends who's in there. I'm just going to say, I see we get in the final with some other team, and then I'm not going to see who wins. I didn't want to jinx it, touch wood. But can you do us all a massive favour who's watching? Just share it. Because I fucked up at the beginning again with the landscape. Now I've changed it. It's, everyone missed it. But for me, everyone, this is my match preview because I'm not doing the live stream. I'm boycotting it with a few of the YouTubers because to bring like to what I was talking about BT before, I didn't want to go on about that anymore. It's just done. I'll never miss a live stream after this, and it will be in landscape. I'm absolutely sweating. Right, quickly going back on. John Metcalf. Once this season ends, playoff starts, does Embleton return to us over Blackpool? Do you know what, mate? I didn't know. That's a really good question because I really didn't know that. Obviously, he does if it's the season ended, but for Blackpool, if they stay in the playoffs, it doesn't end. Obviously, they kind of play them when they play us. If we get them, it's a difficult question. Please, if anybody knows, comment below that one because I would love to know myself. And if you're watching, smash the thumbs up, please. How many we got? We'll not have had that many because it's fucked up at the beginning, wasn't it? 6. Alright, people, smash that thumbs up. But if you know that question, comment below because I didn't know myself. If you can come back. But what do you think the scores are going to be as well? Also comment below your score predictions and I'll read a couple out. How do you think's going to win this game on the weekend against Plymouth away? After the Michael Cooper says it's after the playoffs. So John Metcalf, it's after the playoffs, mate. So we'll not get him back. It's a shame, like, because I would have tossed him straight in the team. I would have put him out Winchester or Scowen. That honestly believe it. He's miles better than him. And John, I even said before he let him gone that he's going to leave us short, getting rid of him, and also that there's others who deserve to go over him rather than Embleton. He just signed a contract, bang, get out on loan, and it's come back to bite us in the arse because he has been pivotal for Blackpool to get into the top 6. He has. I was talking to a lot of Blackpool supporters, and they're saying he's been instrumental for them. Didn't get us wrong. There's a few others who's chipped in as well, but they're saying they play him on the right side of the midfield, and they've said he's been class for them, and they would love to have him on a permanent deal. So for me, it was an absolute travesty that William Gam. It was criminal, to be honest, because we were left short as creative midfielders going forward, and he is more of a creative midfielder than a holding midfielder. Like, we've got plenty. I didn't understand why he didn't ship one out. We've got Winchester, we've got Ledbetter, we've got Max Power, and we've also got Scowen. Apart from Maguire, because he doesn't play him, who else have we got? Who's any other than a creative? And I mean, as a midfielder, Gooch is more of a forward player. Didn't get us wrong, he can play right back, right wing back, whatever you want to call it, but he's more of a forward player, he's more of an attacker. Who are the midfielders have we got apart from like the creative midfielders? We haven't got any. So for me, it was criminal to send out Elliot Embleton. He even got rid of Robson, what's his name? Ethan Robson and all. He was another good midfielder. See you later. Mental. The youth's not getting a chance. Where does he want to bed them in? Listen, he's getting a few things wrong, but for me, we'll kind of judge him until he is got his own team and he's had plenty of time to work with that team, which will be the summer, and they're all up to fitness, all up to scratch, and then we can go a few good pre-season games, and then after that, if he goes on a shit run, he's getting beat loads of times, then we can get rid of him, then we can start calling for his aid. But at the minute, I said it's Parkinson's team, and then somebody said on Twitter, it's not Parkinson's team, it's Jack Ross's team. Well, that makes it 10 times worse if it's Jack Ross's team. So what we're going to do is sack a man because he's not playing, because he hasn't had a chance to bring in his own players, and he's playing 2 previous as manager's team. Sorry, you know what I mean? No way, you can't. For me, you can't anyway. Personally, I just think give him another season, and then see where he goes from there. It might not even be a season in any way. Give him a good 10 games next season, and if it's not working, see you later. Regardless of what league we're in, if we're up or if we're down, stay in this league. Quickly back on the chat. Tom says 1-0 to Plymouth. He's not confident at all. Tom's not. John Metcalf said 3-0. Charlie White 2 goals and McGeady. Not 2 goals. 3-0. Charlie White and 2 goals and McGeady gets the 1 eye. I get that. Joseph Cox said, I'm going I'm doing my GCSE test, but we will get the playoffs. I've told my mum I'd rather watch us win at Wembley. Nah. That would be nice, wouldn't it? I would just love it if fans were allowed to go. Man City and Tottenham played with fans. Just wonder if we're going down. Imagine. John Metcalf also says, horrendous watching Ethan Robinson, Tatus and Ewan midweek while Scowen runs all over like a headless chicken. True. It depends where Scowen gets played. If Scowen gets played alongside Grant Ebiter in a two holding in the midfield where we're overrun, we're chasing shadows, it doesn't work. Scowen further up the pitch for me works much better when he can nick that ball off the defence when they try to hold the ball up and he lays it off to Gooch or he lays it off to McGeady and he'll send Charlie White forward. That works much better for me with Scowen. But playing him in it too, how can he not see it doesn't work? How can he not say that? It's time and time again. For me, when he changed it to say he was playing a two in the middle, right? Two holding. And then he only changed it. He changed it, sorry, when we were 2-1, but that was too late. Accrington Stanley, for me, had the bit between the teeth. They were coming at us and they wanted the equaliser. So, for me, it was too little too late. If he started like that and we had the 2 goals, there's no way we're conceding 3. No way. There's not. No way. But that's just my opinion. Obviously, Lee Johnson knows better. But for me, it doesn't look like it because he's getting beat every game or he's drawing a game. You know what I mean? Jesus, just change the formation. It was a bit like Parkinson, you know, with the stubbornness when he was playing the back 5 and we were all nearly crying every game. Flat back 5. Or the two wingers bombing on. It was Denver Hume. And Denver Hume got stick because his balls into the box weren't the best. And we didn't have McGeady in the team. A lot of people are saying, trying to compare Parkinson's record to Lee Johnson, saying that it's not much better. But Parkinson, it was that David I. Marsh, whatever he's called on Twitter. And I said, so I commented back and I went, no, listen, Parkinson didn't have to deal with COVID. And then he also didn't have to deal with the fact that no fans were there. Then he goes round, some teams play better without them. But he didn't have fans there to cheer the team on. Also, he didn't have a dismantled back 4. He didn't have Luke O'Nien and Max Power playing in the defence practically all season. And Jordan Willis being out all this time and Bailey Wright being out, our 2 most solid centre-backs at the time when the season first started. So you've got to look at it like that. That's why Parkinson's record, for me, it doesn't come into it. You kind of compare the 2 when... Look at the history. COVID... But the worst of all is the dismantled back 4, playing with practically no defence, and he's done an amazing job to have Lee Burge on all them clean sheets. Us to meant to be have like on paper they're one of the best defences in the league until recent times. And I know we're rock bottom for form, but you know he has done wonders for me for the team. 3rd silverware at one point we were 3rd, now we're 4th silverware. Still got a chance in the playoffs. Imagine if we're going up. What's all of them people who's criticising Lee Johnson for having Parkinson's team, COVID, a dismantled back 4, what's all of them people gonna say if we win the playoffs? Oh, get rid of him because we went on a bad run. Nah, it doesn't wash with me, that. Doesn't wash with me. Right, quickly back on the chat. Danielle Bell, 3-1 to Sunderland, away the lads. MJ Kipper says, money should be on LinkedIn for winning the playoffs, but watch out for Oxford. If we get Lincoln, I think we might beat them because we tend to put in a performance against Lincoln. You know, you said we beat them 4-0 away. Could have been different because in the first 10 minutes they had one-on-one with Lee Burge and they hit the side netting, so that could have been a different game. But for me, I wouldn't mind having Lincoln. I would want to have Lincoln in the final. That would be good. If we can get here, we've done alright against Portsmouth. We beat them 2-0. Probably our best display this season, the 2-0 away where Jordan Jones chipped the keeper at the end. Beat them, our second leg, and then in the first, and then in Wembley, beat Lincoln. That will be good. That will be good. Imagine with fans there and all. I can't fucking mental. Definitely. Forster FCFC's just jumped in. Alright, GILESY. Plymouth will be a tough game, but Northampton will be harder, as Northampton are battling survival. I'm here 100%. I've just said that Plymouth are not fighting for anything. They're on 53 points. They're safe. You know, they've been getting battered left, right, and centre in recent games. They've, what was it? They've conceded the second most goals this season, 76, I think it was. The last 5 games they've conceded 16, and also they've only scored 2. So if we kind of beat these, probably still didn't deserve to go up. They did it. We'll have to beat them, unless there's a rift between the players and the manager, what seems to be the case in my eyes. They just, I don't know, cannot hold on to a lead, conceding goals. Now we're leaking goals. There's no communication between the defence and goalkeeper anymore. Oh, I think the few might just drop the heads. I don't know. I might be wrong, but I hope I'm wrong. I really do. Very quickly, just quickly going back on it. There's 20 watching now. Oh, with the moon. People starting to find us. Can you think it's a massive favour and hit the thumbs up and share the stream, just because I had to start it all over again at the beginning. Right, I'll quickly go on how many likes were on. Oh, dislike. Oh, class. I dare you to comment why you dislike the video. I just love to know why. I didn't like cry about it or sit up and go, oh, someone's disliked. I would love to know what's the problem, like what you know, what I'm doing wrong, or anything I'm saying what's pissing you off, and I can just say, oh well, this is why I'm saying that, or I don't know. If I've said something to offend people, then I'd change the way I'd come across. You know what I mean? But they'll not, because they just like to dislike. Probably a Morgan anyway. Or a Plymouth supporter who's dropped in at the wrong time when I was saying Plymouth has conceded 76 this season, 76 goals or what. But listen, with COVID, right? Not every game's been a given. You see teams bashing teams who you think, why they should have won, but they've been getting beat. Like Plymouth versus Charlton at home, you would think probably maybe 1-0 to Charlton, 2-0 to Charlton or something like that. Not 6-0. 6-0. And then look at Peterborough. I beat Accrington, but 7-0. And then Accrington get a draw at us, 3-3. Do you know what I mean? With COVID being a thing, and they fans there, some players in the most teams drop their heads, or some people like playing without pressure. So it does affect people different, like it really does. I just wish we were in the stadium, so when that bad run was happening, we could have let them know how we feel, and then they would have been like, oh well, we'll kind of drop our game here against these because the fans will be on our back. You know what I mean? Especially the way the Accrington Stanley game would go on the second half. We would have been squalling at them. You know what I mean? Just to, or we might have been giving them a bit of support to help them, like the 12th man. You know what I mean? But for me, we've got to beat Plymouth. Ethan's just dropped in. Bro, I thought there was a match on. Yes, Ethan. No, mate. How did you think there's a match on when there's Pie Face on the thumbnail? That way, man. What's Pie Face playing like? Stick him in goal. No, actually, I seen on his story today he was in goal and he let a goal in, so I didn't stick him in goal. Back on the chat. MJ Kipper says, only got 2 faults, can't come from behind and can't maintain the lead. Other than that, they're okay. Them are 2 very crucial things. I didn't think we can overlook them though, mate. Jesus. We could be fun. Do you know what? My partner was down at Mars and she come back and I went, did you see the score? And she went, oh, I was watching it. And she went, I turned around to Mark because we were 2-0 up. And I went, she was watching the game obviously, and she went, these will draw these. And she was right. I wish she put a tempo and bet on it, because that's what happened, but drew. It was devastating, really. I couldn't even, I didn't even want to do the match review straight after the game, because I was that sick of the performance they put in the second half. There's me saying, now for the automatics, I was saying, right, if we put in if we win our 4 games, then we can hope Peterborough slip up a bit. We didn't give ourselves a chance. We didn't give ourselves a chance at all. We were lost as the very next game. It was a kick in the stomach. That's what it was. That's what I'll say. I'll just drop back on here. GILESY gets signed with Sunderland. You would do a better job. Mate, do you know what? I wouldn't honestly. It's a hard job just for the criticism they get. I know they get paid well, but you know, you've got to dedicate your life to it. If you want to be like the best, just look what Ronaldo does. I know, if you've got him on Instagram, you'll know. Look what he does, man. He's training he puts in since the day he's wanted to be a big player. Even before then, he's training every single day. First to get in, last to leave. You've got to dedicate your life to it if you want to be good and you want to make it in life. Like in the Premier League, you've got to dedicate your life. Obviously, you've got to have a bit of ability and skill as well. That's just a given, you know what I mean? But you've got to dedicate your life to it, and I think it's a hard job. Like not in a sense like it's hard as in it's physically hard, but because I got the gym and train my arse off, come out sweating. But what they've got to do and gone through and eat the right foods and fuck that, it's too much of a fuck on for me, mate. I couldn't be asked to do that. You know what I mean? I couldn't be bothered to do that. Doesn't matter how much you pay us, I'm not doing that. Fuck that. I love watching it. I love sitting in the stand singing all the songs and having a couple of pints and that. And, do you know what I love though, really? Away days. Away days are absolutely amazing. You can't beat the away day. A different set of fans who can't do away day. It really is. And I'm not disrespecting fans who can't afford to get away out like that. Fucking carry on. I'm just saying, when you get away, if the atmosphere is different when you're sitting in a away stand and you're singing from beginning to end, regardless of the score. Oh, it's a different kettle of fish when you're going to away games, especially if you win. It's class. It's unbelievable. The atmosphere is electric. Like it's mint. You banter backwards and forwards with the home fans. It's class. Cannot wait to dig it next season. I cannot wait. Right, back on the chat. Ethan's dropped in. He says these players are half-assed themselves as such popular club, such cherished club like a Sunderland. It's an insult to the fans, to the city itself, to see these players battling the job, belittling the job. Sorry. Recent games, mate, you could see right. You know what I mean? Back up. Cam Acacia Jones just dropped in. All right, Cam Acacia. So sorry I'm late. It doesn't matter, it's alright. You know what it is? The link on the Instagram doesn't work because I've had to restart it, so it's alright. I was on portrait again, I've had to turn it to landscape, so if you can just give it a share, it'd be much appreciated. Nick Muller's just jumped in. I'm sure you're a Peterborough supporter, am I right? What was your refund like? What refund, mate? I might have forgot. Any pubs and chip shops class? Away day pubs and chip shops class. I love away days. Foster FCFC says, I like my pints and pizza too much to be a footy player. I like a good pint now, like, but I'm training in anyway. I'm going to try and get on holiday next year, COVID permitted. So I've been training loads at the gym. I probably need to up my protein, get a bit bigger, and I should be alright. I'm aiming for by the end of the summer, not the summer, by the end of the summer, to have a very low body weight and be about nearly 13 stone. So it's going to be some hard work, but I'm going to start upping my steaks, upping my protein, and just smash it. But I do like a pint, and do you know what I love? Right? I love on the match days, a bottle of Sol or any other lager. And then you get the limes, right? It reminds us of holiday, it really does, it's class. You just cut the limes up and pop them into the bottle. You leave it for a couple of minutes just so that all the lime juice separates into the lager. It sounds like alcoholic, doesn't it? But that, I can't beat it. Or when you're sitting in a pub, beer garden in a pub, and it's really sunny outside, you've got a crisp cowl pint, you can't beat it. You cannot beat it. Right, I'll quickly jump back on this chat again. Ipswich supporter. Oh, right, you are, mate. Track the boy you were saying before, weren't you? I remember now. I'm more of a Corona man myself. A Corona will do. Corona will do. Them alright and all, I like them. Any lager. Hey, what was I drinking before? Coors Light's lovely and all. I love a good Coors Light. But I ran out to drink with one of my live streams and I was drinking, didn't even want to sear it, a WKD. But it was a big bottle because I hadn't out left. I'll drink out once I get to that point. Right, Lazy Lovers Magnet Fishing says, when I lived in up your way, I met my brother, a Barnsley fan, in a pub down Hendon on a match day. He sat there in a Barnsley shirt, getting his daggers looks. That's a good story. That, like, what pub in Hendon were you in, like, mate? That's where I'm from, Hendon. Yeah, the East End, you know what I mean? Forest FCFC says, I'll have to try that lime with the lime. It's mint. Fans react. Guinness for me. Ori Paul, mate. Cheers for dropping in. Guinness. Do you know what? Me nana, not me nana Iris, me other nana, me mum's mum. She used to drink Guinness, but I think it's like a thick. I've never tried it. Do you know what it reminds me of? The taste. Let us know if I'm right, Paul. Is Newcastle Brown Ale. It reminds us of it like that. Remember one time I was drinking in the town, I had a Newcastle Brown Ale, I was just sick all over. It's vile. It's the most vilest drink I've ever tried. It's worse than cider. It's worse than anything Bella. That is vile. Newcastle Brown Ale. That. Is that Hendon, London? No, mate, Hendon, Sunderland in the northeast of England. It's like down the docks, the East End, that's where I'm from. It's like the northeast of England. It's further up the country. Where London's obviously south. We're south. Case coming Jude. In the EFL Awards, team of the season is Luke O'Nien, Lee Burge, Aidan McGeady, and Charlie White. When do the awards get announced? In case you when do the awards get announced? Because I thought there was only 3 players. I thought it was Harris, Honeyman and Wyke. I thought it was only them 3. Well, I might be wrong. Back up says, hey, Foster mate. Oh, well then, Paul, what does Guinness taste like brown ale or not? Hendon rough as fuck. No, it's not. Well, Hendon, aye. But I class myself as at East End, from the East End. East End's a little bit better. It was mint back in the day. It's a different place now. And the pulling Burley Garth down and Wee Garth, it totally changed. Everybody was like looking out for each other, get close, knit community. And then once they pulled them down, it's like a free for all now. It's everybody's each for the arm. Might be a few who's close knit, but it's not the same as it was. And I guarantee if you ask anyone from the East End, they'll say the same. Well, like if you see what's it like now, the Goths are being pulled down, they'll say it's not the same. But let's get back onto the footy. Owen says, they have been announced. I'm going back 20 years, mate. Yeah, there's a slightly slimmer taste. I guess it's a dark ale, so I can see why you think Guinness has its own unique taste. I just think it would be like, now when you're drinking it, it will be thick. You know what I mean? I might be wrong. I've never tried it before. I might have to have a go anyway. I might like it, but I've never tried it. Right, I've got you back on. See what people are saying again. So it's been announced. Right, everybody. That's my little match preview. I know I fucked up at the beginning. My fault. Apologies in any way. I'll be back probably Monday. Probably Monday. Soon I will be, once COVID's permitting. I don't know if you're allowed to, but I'll have I might even, if we're kind of going to Wembley, live stream it, but I might have either my brothers, which you're crazy as a box of frogs, if you know what I mean. So that would be a bit of a laugh. Or I might get me mate Stephen Usher, who is Sunderland through and through, and I might get him in and on just to dig it, so it's a bit better for years rather than just sitting watching me, listening to me by myself. Obviously, I might be getting my green screen very soon as well, so it'll be a bit better rather than singing this. I could put something in the background, like I could put the Sunderland stand there, where I'm sitting in the dugout. I'm the manager. I could do that, or I could do, say, the stadium behind us, anything really. And also, while there's people still watching, I can't believe why is still watching in any way. But these, if you hit the thumbs up, would be much appreciated. I'll be over the moon. I'm going there. Pardon me. But sorry, 26 hit the thumbs up. See if any more can. I'm going to. I'm thinking about changing the name because a few people suggested that I did change my name. Not being nasty, you know, like that. I just think it would be more appeal if I changed it like something Sunderland related. So if you've got any ideas or any suggestions, or even if you think I should, stick them in the comments below, and I'll think about it. I might put a poll on the community, or I might do a suggestion on Twitter or something like that where I might change the name, but I didn't know what to. Something Sunderland related, obviously. You've got to look at Mark Goldberg's got his Man United based YouTube channel, and he's called it the United Stand, it's a class name for his channel. It's not his name, which mine is my second name. Well, my name is GILESY, you know, like that's what I get called. So I'm thinking about changing my name. Put a few comments if you think that's what I think I could change it to. Basically, I haven't got a clue. I need some good ideas. What's that there? Hey, it's the bottle. The bottle was on the camera. I was thinking, what the fuck's that? Fucking hell, I'm losing the plot here. Alright, but I'm thinking about changing the name, so give us a couple of suggestions in the comments. God, I'm losing the plot here. Oh, I look old on this camera, like. It's the circle light, you know, if I change it, see what it can take. Here's a look. That's a little bit better, that one, and it doesn't hurt my eyes as much. Right. It's gone back up, back up, back up. Glad you're boycotting, mate. Oh, don't worry about it, Paul. I'm glad I'm boycotting. I thought everyone would be on the same level, like. Just tuning into the live. Oh, my eyes got mental, like. Alright, Uncle John, mate, he's just dropped in as well. Mini Robot Wars. Personally, mate, I would keep the name. It's unique, and it's you and your subscribers like you. Aye, true. Jazzy SCFC Football Manager. I thought it was going to be a serious one there. I was trying to be Coventry Racing says win today. I appreciate it. It's true. Go back to the Raw name. Raw? I didn't have the Raw name. I think it was called Mackem Tackem, but it sounds horrible. That Mackem Tackem is a. It was the older subscribers will know. It was a saying. It was a saying where when the shipbuildings were down the East End, they were saying it like to the Geordies because they'd mack it and then they'd tack the money back to Newcastle. So they used to call it Mackem Tackem, mack them and tack them. But I was going to call it Mackem, if you get my point. I wonder if anyone's heard of that before. I'm sure the elder subscribers will probably have heard of that. Let us know in the comments if you've heard of it. But for me, we've got to win 100%. If we didn't win, we may as well just write this season off. Shame because we had it in our hands. We were going to get first spot with all them games in hand. Just win every game like we have been doing. And then it just went like that, literally. Boom. See you later. Back on here. Aye, old school phrase that. Forster FCFC says. Joseph Cox says, any advice on putting weight on no matter what I eat? Skinny as hell. What height and what do you weigh, mate? That's that, Joseph, and I'll get back to you because I went through that same thing when I was younger. Let's have a quick look on. I've heard of it, mate, Paul. I like Mackem Talks. Mackem Talks, that's alright, that's a good one. It's a good one. If you haven't subscribed to Fans React, go now and do it. They need to get to 1,000. Much appreciated. Just quickly get them to 1,000. Years and smash that, no problem. Go now and give them a good subscribe. Go and give them a subscribe. Go and subscribe to them. Fucking hell, get it right, will ya? We mack them, you tack them. That was the phrase. We mack them, you tack them. I'm 16, 6'1", 10 stone. Well, what I would do, mate, is just eat every hour. Eat definitely every hour. Try to just, even if you're not hungry, force it down you. Just think, if you want to be like a 13 stone man, what do? You eat like a 13 stone man. You look what they eat. It doesn't matter what they're eating as long as you're piling it in. And that sounds, you probably not what you're here. Or, no, if you go out to the gym and you have protein shakes, there's one called whey, and it's just a weight gain muscle protein shake. Drink one of them as well, but didn't get us wrong, you'll be full as out of them. So try and drink it later on the night. Get your food in your body first, and then eat it. Drink it later on in the night. I'm aiming to get to 13 stone by the end of the summer, but lean. I know I might not look it on here, but I'm 12 something. So, but I'm only 5'9". Well, I like to see a 5'9" in that. When I get round for seeing that. So I'm 5'10". With my shoes on, I'm 6 foot. Hey. But I couldn't give a fuck about my height. I'm not bothered. But I didn't like being thin at school. I was, mate. It took me ages to shoot up. But my son, he's 14 in October, and he's 5'6" now. And he's only 14, so by the time he's left school, he's going to be bigger than me. He's going to be up here. He just shot up all of a sudden. When he started school, his cousin was about that much bigger than him. I think they're in year 8 now, and he's that much bigger than his cousin. He just went whoosh. Back onto the chat. No, I didn't worry about the party, mate. It's already fans react says choose for the shout out. It's alright, mate, don't worry. First FCFC says protein shakes morning and night, but make sure it's whey, WHAY, whey, because you can get lean protein, and if you get lean, it's just no point. You may as well not even drink it. But that was for Joseph. Back down, comp racing. Gilesy's right. 888. Lazy Maggot 6, 7, and I was 9 starting at 20. You're 6'7". Fuck me, if I've got any problems, I know I'm coming to help us out. You come and with us. Jesus, 6'7". I'll be looking at you like that. Right, back down. David Jackson's commenting, he said, 62, 6 foot, 16 stone. How do I lose weight? Watching Sunderland makes me lose weight. You can get the big packs of whey powder. They're cheap as well. They're cheap, but for being tall and obviously, yeah, you're only 10 stone. You probably look thin. I'm just guessing, by the way. So you probably didn't like it, but didn't worry about it, mate. No one gives a shite if you're fat, skinny, tall, small. No one's bothered. Everybody's individually different, and that makes you unique. There's no point in being just to go in and fit in for the crowd. I'm going to the gym, I'm smashing the gym. I go 5 days a week now. I'm only digging that because I'm going older, and I'm getting to the age where if you didn't dig it now, it starts to stick on you, and it's harder to get off later on. And but didn't worry about it. Didn't get depressed about it. Didn't get down about it. And out like that. Just if people are calling you for what you are, then they're not proper mates, right? That's what you want to stick by. If somebody calls you for your weight, your height, they're not proper mates. Fuck them off. They're snakes. They just didn't. They just like they thrive off putting people down. And you might think, oh, only just a bit banter. But if it's making you feel horrible, then didn't worry about it. Who gives a shit if you're skinny, man? But it's easy for me to say. If you didn't like it, just eat, mate. Simple as that. Eat. Every hour. Not crisps. Not chocolate. Have a meal. Go and get yourself a meal. Because if you're just having crisps and chocolate and shit like that, you're not getting enough body fat in. A meal, man, is 2,500 calories. I think it's around about 70 grams of protein, or fat, sorry. So you try and get more than that. Whatever you're eating, write your little things down, and then at the end of it, work out how much protein, how much grams of fat, and then you need to be doubling it, more or less. Not doubling it, fucking hell, that's a bit of exaggeration. Even if you just eat it by a little bit more, and then a little bit more, and then a little bit more, you go on and put weight on, you'll see a difference, trust us. And if you go to the gym and you're smashing the gym, you're going to feel more hungry, be more active. The more active you are, the more hungry you're going to be. And then you'll be laughing, mate. You'll be laughing. Right, fans reacts donated £3, Paul. You shouldn't have, man. You shouldn't have, mate. Didn't worry about that. But yeah, cheers. Thanks a lot. Much appreciated again for my green screen, that. And he's put like a little emoji with a thumbs up. So he's a good lad. Tell you guys subscribe to him. Right, where was that at? It's weird. This Joseph says he was struggling with his weight. Says it's weird. My full family, the tallest is 5'6", and I was going. Mate, listen, I'm going to say a joke. Did I get offended with it, right? You said your family's all of them are 5'6" and you're 6 foot. You might be the milkmans. You never know. No. Do you know that's just the child in us? I apologise. No, mate, but just it need. Literacy lovers, magnificents went on to say, "Own what you are and don't give a fuck what people say." There you go, too right. They're not proper mates if they're calling you. And he also says, "Proper facts, Jay. You always find out who your real mates are at the end of the day." Well, proper mates, I've literally got who I can rely on, not family. I know exactly the number, but I'm building up a little bit of anticipation for you. As you get older, your circle gets smaller. And at this precise moment in time, I've got no friends that I could 100% rely on. Not enough what you feel sorry for, so like that. It's just life lessons learnt. You get what I'm saying? I've got loads of friends, loads, but none of them watch this, so I can say what I want. The name what I could 100% rely on. That's just the be all and end all. I didn't care. They probably just had to piss out was saying that. Oh no, sorry. I tell a lie. I've got probably one or two. I've just kicked on. I do apologise if you're watching, and he does watch me videos. It's Miv. Fucking hell, I had to see his name now because he'd be texting us later. I'm like, you mate, how are you? Cunt? No, I've got one, sorry. One mate, Miv. I can rely on him. Going back on the chat. Yes, thanks. Where we are? Coventry said, check out Brian Shaw's channel. Yeah, I think that he's a bit, he needs to go on a beginner course. Brian Shaw's too advanced. He's too advanced for me. And I got the gym 5 days a week. I can squat 140k. And for me, I'm a beginner to him. He needs to come down. Like, if you search on YouTube, there's loads out there, you know what I mean? But you can, it'll help you out. Lazy Lobber says, I got me dog that. Got me dog and it's that. That's it. Whoop. It's all you need. I've got me little sassy now. I had Alicia. I had her for 16 years. She passed away only about a month and a half ago or something like that. And she was like me daughter. She was like a proper family member. Loyal. Did anything you see her. Walk by my side when I was walking out. She was a staff. She'd walk by my side. Wouldn't run across the road and out. She was there. If I went out by myself, she'd sit waiting. Crazy. Like, dogs are more loyal than humans, trust us. But up first to say is I only have family and all. That's all you need, mate. That's all you need. Family, more loyal than any friend would be. And that's sad, but it's true. I broke Mag's fan leg the other day in PE. Good. Not even bothered. Good. I'm at 70, a heart attack, open heart surgery. Make every day a good one. That's MJ Kipper. Oh, sorry to hear that, mate. But you're totally right. Well, you got about that. That quickly went off there. Mate, you're totally right. We live every day till it's like, I wouldn't say so much as your last, because what I would do then is I'll be going out on the motorbikes. I'll be doing skydives, and me every day will probably be about 2 weeks because I'll end up doing me selling because I'm like a bit of adrenaline junkie. But do you know what? Arguments, fights with family members didn't do it. So I've had, like, obviously my granny passed away a year ago, April the 1st, so like a year and 4 weeks, and she was like my mother. And you just sit and think of all the little daft arguments you've had, and it's mad. You didn't know when you were times on earth spent, as she would used to say. Yeah, she used to say, "I haven't got long on this earth, so make your best of it." And she says, when we used to do funny videos and that, and I used to laugh at her. She says, "I well, you've got to get out, and let's see what you like when you're old. But you'll not be as fit as her. But anyway, live every day till your fullest, 100%. Make sure you didn't have any arguments with family members because you didn't know what's going to happen to them or what's going to happen to you. So that's a little bit of advice for the younger ones." I know that exactly. You just Foster says it went from FCFC preview life lessons. One dislike Newcastle thing. You know, I think he follows the channel and just does it on every video. Oh, that's good. That's nice. His granddad passed away and all of his mates took and go-karting. Them are my friends. Don't get us wrong, I'm not talking about everyone, you can't get loyal friends. But anyway, back onto the footy. Who thinks we're going up? Who thinks we're going down? Staying in League One. And do you know what? And anyway, I'm going to wrap it up because I'm talking a load of shit. I just like to crack on to the chat, but because I I got sidetracked. I get sidetracked from the football. I just started talking about general stuff. So he's right. Back onto the footy. For me, wins a must. 1-0. But for confidence wise, we've got to be smashing them. Simple as that. And anyway, I'm going to love yous and leave yous. Cheers for dropping in. There's a massive favour before you go and just hit the thumbs up. Even if you've done it. Even if you haven't done it, sorry. I'll quickly check how many there is before we go on. There's 28 likes. That's good because considering I fucked up. Paul, on this form, was staying in League One, but I hope I'm wrong. Have a good one, mate. You're an all, Paul, mate. Thanks for having your on your channel. And anyway, if you want to go and watch my video when I was on with Paul, I weren't as. Do you know what? I weren't that good at talking on the camera back then. I'm much better now. Like I can remember things about the game. Like where before I used to take a load of notes and all, then I'd have to go through them and edit it all out. Well, that was a nightmare. Where now I remember, and I'm getting a little bit better. But do you know what it's going to be? It's going to be nice to see everyone after a lockdown and after COVID and get back to the stadium. If you see us at the stadium, just come out and talk to us and I'll talk straight back to you. I'm really approachable. But with that, everyone, see us Monday after this boycott. And then we'll not talk about it anymore because I know I got 8 dislikes on the last video what I've done. If you haven't seen it, go and have a look. I've done a boycott video. But I got a few dislikes on it, like. But anyway, nonetheless, I'll see you in the next one. Flying out to turn this off.